What's good? It's your boy NLG and welcome back to the channel. You know what it is. Happy Friday. 2 days to the big game at Anfield against Liverpool. Will Arsenal secure the 3 points? Let me know down in the comments below. I think Arsenal have a good chance, but let's talk through everything. Let's do a head-to-head comparison of how both teams are doing and speak a little bit about, where Arsenal can actually hurt Liverpool and how we should actually set up the squad. We're going to do all of that today. So hold tight and make sure to sub to be a part of the NLG fam. And I have to say thank you to every single one of you that has helped me get to 1,500 subs. It's a big milestone for me. So love to all of you. Shout out. And yeah, going to try and keep this going as long as possible. But look, let's speak about it. Arsenal obviously played 2 games so far. We've secured 6 points, beating Man United in the first game. That was a tight one. Performance wasn't there. But, we got our 1-0 to the Arsenal win from our set piece. And then we got the 5-0 emphatic win at Leeds. Obviously, Leeds have just come up. So better performance and overall needed that win to give us a boost. Also got Gyökeres on the score sheet twice, which was amazing to get him in his scoring mode and get him also more fit. Remember that he didn't have a full preseason and was actually sat doing nothing for a long while. Then also last week we got, who else on the score sheet? We got Saka unfortunately went down injured. Odegaard went out injured, which was horrible for us to see that. So we've got 2 of our big players out yet again for another season. Odegaard with a shoulder injury. Apparently he didn't train is what Mikel Arteta said. So that is a bit of a concern, but he could be back. Obviously it was a shoulder injury. So you would have thought he might be back. And then obviously last week we got 2 goals from Yuri and Timber. And then we know Saka's going to be out for a few weeks. And to be completely honest, don't want to rush Saka back. Wrap him up in cotton wool. We will need him later in the season. There's absolutely no doubt about that. So look, that's the state of the squad, the injuries. We've secured 6 points. I think we're still warming up as a team. I still think we're now starting to play that double pivot more of Zubimendi and Rice. Which is working kind of well for us and I'm kind of liking, but you can tell the synergy is not exactly there yet. So there's some work for us to do. However, I really think that double pivot is going to be so key because we know how strong Liverpool are as a team. And let's speak about Liverpool and their last 2 games. So let's have a look here. Let's get it up. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's there. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. Don't know if it's showing the wrong tab. Sorry, people. I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, we'll stick here. So basically, Liverpool, Newcastle. Oh my God. For anyone that went on a hate along and was watching that Liverpool versus Newcastle game, Anthony Gordon picking up a red, which is even worse for them given that they don't even have Isak in the attack. Joe Linton's also out. But 3-2 Newcastle Liverpool. Newcastle had Liverpool on ropes until Gravenberch scored at the 35th minute. And then Liverpool just ramped up from there and just, they just brought the energy. Bruno Guimaraes, Osula scored. But obviously for Liverpool, Ekitike scoring yet again. He has just proven to be super solid ever since pre-season till now. Got on the score sheet again. And their 16-year-old, or is it 15? 16-year-old Rio coming off the bench and scoring in the 90 plus 10 minutes to win it in the most scammy way possible. Again, just like a championship winning team would do. Just finding ways to win games. They did it with Chiesa in the other day. And they've done it again with... Rio winning in the last embers. And look, the constant here is Liverpool are shaky. That is the one thing that is constant here. If my sharing screen works, don't know what's going on here. Okay, cool. It's working now. So if we have a look here at the head-to-head between the 2 teams, Liverpool and Arsenal. So look, let's ignore the league position. We're only the 3rd game in. Both teams have 6 points. Liverpool have scored 7 goals. Arsenal have scored 6 goals. 5 of them coming in the last match. Looking at total shots, they're quite even, 21 to 20. Shots on target, Liverpool register far more shots on target. Again, I think with Arsenal, we need to actually recognise and admit that our attack still needs some gelling. And this is the game we're going to need to see it. And I'm really excited to see Eze's place in this team, because I think he can actually help us kind of unlock that winning strategy and help us get more shots and breaking those lines as well, because we know between Szoboszlai, between Wirtz, they have a workhorse midfield. They really do. And I reckon that's somewhere they can genuinely hurt us. So we're going to have to be really on job for that. Then having a look, going back, shots off target, again, we've registered more. Block shots, we registered more. Pass accuracy is similar. And then in terms of form, again, we've lost more going back into pre-season. But again, the season's a different kettle of fish. We know, obviously, that the season is what matters and both teams have wins. Now, it is so important that we beat Liverpool. I know people have been saying, yeah, if we get a point, it's not the end of the world. It isn't the end of the world, but I think we have to go and get 3 points. And here's why. It's so critical for our season. Remember how many draws we had last season? We had 14. And remember the one constant we had last season? Injuries. All we need to know is that these big games against the big teams, we need to pick up as many points as possible. Remember, you only play Liverpool once at Anfield. When they come to the Emirates, it's a different kettle of fish. It's a different ball game. We're at home. But we have an opportunity to psychologically cement ourselves as a real challenger from early by beating Liverpool at Anfield. And also shaking them and throwing them off. Because remember, they're, again, a bit shaky. They've had to come back in games to get the win. So if we can really show them at Anfield, not only does that give us enough morale to give us the push we need, in spite of the fact we've already developed 2 key injuries, we now have a squad with more depth, and it will make a statement just to the players, to our players, but also throw Liverpool off for the games they have coming up. And we will then go into international break. Saka will have his time to recharge and ease his way back in the team. And so will Odegaard if he doesn't end up playing and featuring on Sunday against Liverpool. So look, if you ask me, I think we need 3 points across the board. And look, what I really like, if anybody's watched, where I think this game will be won and lost, is really that midfield. And what I really liked from Arteta's press conference, if you haven't watched it, Arteta speaks about what they've been doing in training to allow Eze the freedom to explore. That is a key word. That this is the reason why I've kept banging on about 4-2-3-1 in the video I did earlier in the season. It's because I feel like the double pivot and having an actual 10, not a left or right 8 that kind of silos a player to one portion of the pitch. Having an actual 10 and having the freedom around that is going to be so key for Eze. I don't think he should be playing left wing. And we're going to speak about that because I know some Arsenal fans have been saying, yeah, now Saka's out, move Madueke, bring Eze out on the left, and then maybe play Awaneri in the 10. I'm not so sure. Let's actually speak about lineup builder because I don't think we should do that. Let's go through it now even. Let's pick our squads. Sorry, people. Indigestion. I don't know what's going on my screen. It's absolutely bugging here. All right. I hope everyone can see that. Cool. So, switch the formation. Go for the 4-2-3-1. Because we have been playing that more this season, which I think is fantastic. Raya in goal. Obviously, Golden Glove winner 2 seasons back to back. Made a good save against Leeds. We know what it is. It's got to be. Who else? Jurrien Timber. Scored 2 goals and got an assist against Leeds. I mean, what a player. Ben White still out and Timber cemented his place. I mean, he's one of the best right backs in the league. And it's funny that we were saying that about about Ben White not too long ago as well. And the fact we can say that about 2 players who are often injured and rotate with each other. we've got a really solid defense. Gabriel Magalhaes, of course, we'll be adding him to this. Left back against Liverpool. I don't trust really Calafiori as far as I can throw him defensively. Like, I just don't think he's a good defender. However, he has been really good going forward, and we haven't yet conceded. I'll go Calafiori for this one because I just think the defense is going to be super important. And also going forward, him going up and down the pitch is going to be important because obviously we know Frimpong is out for Liverpool. So there's space to exploit there. We know Conor Bradley is a decent player, but I think we can really exploit with the flanks, midfield, and our left back either overlapping or inverting into midfield. Our double pivots, Muller Rice and Zubi. This double pivot, I think, are just going to get better and better as the season goes. I think they're still learning to work with each other. But this is what I do. Madueke, who looked good being on his better right winger position the other day and obviously being able to come in on his left. So it'll be interesting to see with a full 90 under his belt how he does there. Now, the number 10, Waneri or Eze? If you ask me, I'm going Eze all day. It's not even a thing. I think this is the game Eze has been dreaming of. He wants to play for the club. This is the game. We need to let him, shackles off. Go play your first game for Arsenal at Anfield as the number 10 with the 10 on your back. That's the kind of motivation. That's the kind of position he should be taking up. He's going to be able to break those lines, take players on. And as he says it himself, one of the things he likes to do most when he's on the pitch is play with flair, with style. That's what he enjoyed like growing up, and that's what we've lacked in this team. Sometimes we're too slow, too progressive, too logical, and too rigid. So I think he can honestly break that from midfield and give us problems. Out left. Look, he's not been in favour of a lot of us, but I think Martinelli I'd have in this game for sheer pace. And I think if we can use these wide players to add pace and try and not just the pace, his work rate, to be fair. Trossard won't work as hard as him. I think Martinelli will be key in keeping Conor Bradley back and putting pressure on their defence. And I think between these three that are very quick, I really think we can cause their defence problems with our pressing, actually. And then, the boy, Gyökeres, up front, got his 2 goals. Did the little hair flick celebration. Listen, getting a goal at Anfield would make a big statement, so I'm hoping he can get it. But look, this is the team I would pick for Anfield. Raya in goal, a back four of Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori at left back, Zubimendi, Rice in midfield as a 2 and a double pivot. I would do Madueke out on the right wing, Eze in the number 10, Martinelli out on the left again for work rate, keeping the fullbacks back, keeping them pegged back, allowing a high press. Eze in the number 10, finally rocking a number 10 shirt with a start at Anfield. This is the kind of game he would have dreamed to have played, and I think he'll have the freedom, as Arteta mentioned in his press conference. That's what they've tried to create for him, to actually roam and cause havoc and hopefully create a bit of a relationship with Gyökeres. And it's Eze's time now to show Odegaard that there's serious competition for his position. And just because he's got the captain's armband, don't mean it's free reign. And then Glock 9 up front. Let me know if you agree with the formations down below in the comments. But yeah, people, score predictions. Ay, caramba. Oh, score predictions. I think Arsenal can win. One, I think we have to win. Like, I know we can get a point and it's all right, but I think we have to win this game. For the statement it will make psychologically, for creating more fear, for geeing our players up for the games to come, for giving them more belief that they can win the league by beating the winners. I think we have to. I'm going to go 2-1 to Arsenal. I think we concede. Liverpool have a dangerous attack. Ekitike, Wirtz, Salah, Kerkez are getting goals all over the pitch. I think Kerkez can be got at, by the way, defensively as well. Van Dijk is shaky. I think we can score goals. 2-1 Arsenal. Let's get it. Come on, you Gunners. So boy NLG, make sure to like and sub to be a part of the NLG fam. And I'll catch you lot in a bit. Peace.